Взимам си раницата и отиваме в най-голямата пещера, която има собствено време вътре. 1991. Отиваме в Виетнам.
A local logger found a mysterious hole among the foliage and bushes.
Някакво маняче просто си намира някаква дупка рандомли и тя се оказва някакъв свинариум.
He looked in there and felt a strong wind blowing into his face. Then he heard a strange sound from the cave depths and realized that it was the sound of a river. The logger didn't check the cave, but decided to go back there with a flashlight and a rope. When he returned, he couldn't find the cave anywhere. He spent a few years searching for it.
Той не е могъл после да намери пещерата. Къде е пещерата?
Finally, in the 2000s, the logger managed to locate it again. In 2009, he brought scientists to this place. They found out the cave, called Sundong, is the largest in the world. There's so much space here that you'll hear a long echo if you shout. Sundong's main passage reaches 660 feet in height in some places, which is more than half.
200 метра дълбочина. Тоест, по-скоро има 200 метра помещения вътре високи. Това ли си иска да кажа? Абе, изглежда много внушаващо. Често казвам, ако отида до Виетнам, може би няма да отида в някакви пещери, но все пак изглежда феноменално.
Half as tall as the Empire State Building. The area of the cave is so huge that an entire New York City block with 40-story skyscrapers would fit in there. There's a deep underground labyrinth under the jungles of Vietnam.
Дяволското гърло колко е? 35 метра. Добре, значи това е наистина много феноменално.
Hiding 3 of the largest caves in the world, and Sundong is number 1 on this list. The vast space inside is filled with various plants, unique microclimates, and different landscapes. There's a real jungle growing underground. There are huge stalactites 250 feet high on the ceilings and walls, which is more than the length of a passenger Boeing. They've been here between hundreds of thousands and millions of years. Some limestone deposits are more than 450 million years old. It means they've existed since the time long before the dinosaurs. Besides the jungle, there are also many rivers in the cave. They were formed because of rainwater coming down from holes in the ceiling. These rivers are smooth and fast, like slides in a water park. But riding them isn't the best idea, since they can carry you into one of those long labyrinths that the cave is full of. And we still don't know where they're going. You may find yourself in another unknown part of the cave. This is what happened in 2018. 3 divers accidentally discovered new areas in Sundong. The cave turned out to be much bigger than everyone thought. They dove into one of the cave's lakes and reached a depth of 256 feet. At the bottom, they found a separate tunnel. Divers lowered a fishing line with a lead weight there and found out that this place reaches a depth of 394 feet. Wow. And the tunnel is more than half a mile long. We still don't know the exact size of the tunnel. Sundong also connects to another huge cave. There are lots of things you can see in Sundong besides underground labyrinths and rivers. You can find spacious rooms with lakes, and you can walk for hours along dark mountain corridors. This place is strikingly beautiful, but dangerous at the same time. And the coolest thing is that you can take a walk here. Since 2013, Sundong Cave has been open to tourists. It's not just an easy walk to take some selfies, though. The expedition to the cave lasts for several days.
О, вау, изглежда жестоко. И експедицията е няколко дни. Воу.
For the first day and a half, you'll explore the 3rd largest cave in the world. And only after that, you'll reach Sundong. The path will take you
това е зверското, направо.
Through rivers, dense jungles, mountains, and rocks. You can meet many exotic birds, monkeys, and other animals. And according to many people, the way to the cave is even more impressive than the cave itself. When you reach your destination, you'll spend the next few days exploring Sundong. Together with other tourists, professional guides, and porters, you'll be sleeping in tents in different places in the cave every day. You'll see some stunning landscapes and, get ready for this, 400 million year
това изглежда направо свинско преживяване.
old majestic fossils. There are also dark rooms with lakes that are good for swimming.
Oh, wow.
Such adventurous expeditions become more popular every year. People who visited the cave call it the most amazing place they've ever seen.
Със сигурност.
Another amazing cave is located in Indonesia, on the island of Flores. It's quite small, but holds amazing things inside.
И
In
то след тази
2003,
сигурно
a
всички
group
са
of
малки.
scientists discovered ancient artifacts here, including fossils of primitive tools, such as sharpened stones. Scientists realized that hundreds of thousands of years ago, this place was home to our distant ancestors. Then they found a very unusual female skeleton.
Oh,
That
shit.
woman was only 3.5 feet tall. This is the height of the waistline of an average adult person. That woman had no problems with her spine or with the development of her bones, though. This and other
Tourist.
skeletons found in the cave belong to some unknown human ancestors. Scientists
shit.
called this species Homo floresiensis, or simply, Hobbit. The woman's weight was about 35 to 79 pounds. Analysis of the skull and bones showed she was about 30 years old. Hobbits probably lived on Earth between 190,000 and 50,000 years ago. There's a chance they met the ancestors of modern humans. The next cave is in Turkey.
Ooh.
Imagine that you
Все
live in an
по-близко.
old house and decide to
Отиваме в
make some
Турция.
repairs. You throw all the old stuff out of the rooms.
И намираш
The last place
някаква
to sort
пещера
out
в
is your
мазето.
basement. You've hardly ever visited it and have
Точно
no
мазето.
idea what's hidden there. But it's pretty spacious, so you decide to turn it into a room. You tear down the wall and discover the entrance to the cave. This is a tunnel that leads underground. You walk through the cave and see a real underground city.
О,
This happened in
град,
Turkey in
град чак намираш. А значи аз разбирам да намериш, нали, някакви 200 лева, да намериш някаква малко помещение, някакво килерче, да намериш някаква стая, но да намериш някакъв град, брадър.
1963, one of the locals discovered a secret passage to a lost city in his basement. About 20,000 people could live there. There was enough space for
Така в мазето си намерих някакво местенце, където може да живеят 20 000 човек. Пожелавам на всеки да си намери по едно такова мазе.
livestock and food supplies. It's not just a maze of tunnels. There's a chapel, a school, stables, kitchens, walls, and other signs of civilization.
О, вау!
The city was built in the Byzantine era, in the years 780 through 1180. It's not the only one
какво се
down
е
there,
случило през
and is
цялото това
connected
време?
to many underground tunnels and towns that stretch for several miles. Let's finish our journey in the strangest and most frightening cave.
Вампирско?
We're going to the southeast of Romania, near the
Тук се е
Black Sea.
наблизко, бате.
Here,
О,
on a desolate wide plain, you can find a hole.
Отиваме.
This is a tunnel leading deep underground. The air inside the cave has high levels of hydrogen sulfide and carbon dioxide. Under normal conditions, the air we breathe contains around 20% oxygen, but it's only 10% here. You won't be able to breathe freely without an oxygen
Тоест ще ни
tank.
трябва да...
The water and air
Маска.
here are
Кислородна маска.
poisoned. Almost no animals are able to live in such conditions, at least the ones we know about. And this cave is filled with 48 species of living organisms, 33 of which are new unknown species.
Да не ги
Creeping
знаем,
things that live here can scare you, especially if you're afraid of bugs. Strange white snails and white spiders are crawling along the walls. An unknown species of leeches and transparent shrimp are swimming in the water. White millipedes with huge mustaches are creeping on the ground. Here you can also meet an unknown kind of scorpion
Fuck
with a
boy,
transparent white body
Please,
that doesn't look like
Christopher.
any other kind of scorpion. Nothing here looks
Той е
like ordinary
потресен.
animals at all. All creatures in the cave are white or transparent.
Е нормално,
They don't have
защото няма светлина.
eyes, but they have long paws and antennae
Oh,
whiskers
that's-
that help to navigate in
Batman.
space. Plants can't live here without sunlight and clean air. This means that oxygen isn't produced in this place. So, how do these creatures manage to survive? The answer is in the water. The surface of the lake and puddles here is covered with strangely moving foam. This substance is a
Diana.
living organism. It consists of 1 billion bacteria called autotrophs. Ordinary plants absorb carbon dioxide and use photosynthesis to produce oxygen. This cave is filled with carbon dioxide. Autotrophs absorb it and secrete tiny food particles. Bacteria feed on these particles. Larger organisms then feed on those bacteria,
Природата е
and so
скандално
on.
нещо.
In the end, there's enough food for everyone. This process is called chemosynthesis. It's like photosynthesis, but uses water instead of sunlight in its chemical reactions. In this cave, evolution has created a completely unique biological system, separate from the rest of the world.
Уоо.